Let's start. And how the king moves in chess? The king moves slowly just one square in any direction as highlighted, either diagonally, horizontal or vertical. Whenever the king is threatened, it is called check. In this position, if white plays the pawn from e4 to e5, we know that the pawn captures diagonally, the black king is in check. The black king could move to e6, e7, d7, c7 or c6, but not to c5, not to d5, or you cannot capture because the white king is guarding all this square. It's an illegal move for a king to ever move to a square where it can be captured. This is called check. What are the rules of check? The king must move out of check. The king cannot move to a square where it can be captured, and it is also illegal for a king to move into the squares where it can get check. Now let's learn what is a checkmate. And checkmate means the opponent's king got captured and it cannot escape from checks anywhere. The black king is attacked, but it can move anywhere. The c8 and e8 squares are defended by the white d7 pawn. The e7 pawn of white attacks the black king, and the white king defends that pawn, defends the d7 pawn, and also guards the c7 square. Black can't go anywhere. This is called checkmate. Now let's learn what is stalemate in chess. Stalemates happen in two conditions: when the king is not in check, when the player has no legal moves. These are the two conditions. In this position, it's white's move. What you can do? Well, any answer you give would have to be wrong because there is no square you can move to. c1 and e1 are guarded by the black d2 pawn. e2, d2 and c2 are guarded by the black king. See? So in fact, white can't move anywhere, but white's not in check. This is called stalemate. The game is drawn. Now let's do a quick summary of all the things we have learned. So we know if we attack the king, it's check. The king can move away. If we attack the king and the king can't go anywhere, that's a checkmate. The game is over and the player who delivered the checkmate wins. Stalemate is when you cannot make any legal moves with your king, but you are not in check. The game is drawn. Thanks a lot for watching this lesson. Until the next video, keep playing, keep learning, and keep it cheeky. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.